Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Eric and I like to read, and today we're going to be doing the Finally Fall book tag. So I know we're already well into fall. It's getting to be late October, and I'm finally getting around to it, so I'm finally doing the Finally Fall book tag. But yeah, I saw this tag around and the questions looked really fun and they really get you feeling in the fall mood. So I'm excited to do this tag and share my answers with you guys. So the first question is, in the fall, the air is crisp and clear. So I'm supposed to name a book with a very vivid setting. So for this one, I chose Paper Towns by John Green because there are multiple settings, as this is a book with a road trip in it, and you get to discover a lot of different areas that are very well described. As many of us know with John Green's writing, it's very beautiful, and he's a great writer. The way he writes dialogue or settings or anything, it comes off so natural and nice. I just really enjoy his writing. But I liked this one in general because you got to explore a lot of different settings and you got to just feel like you're on that road trip with those characters having a good time. Yeah, I thought that that book fit very well for that prompt. Next is Nature is Beautiful, but Also Dying. So this is to name a book that is beautifully written, but deals with a hard-hitting topic like loss or grief. So for this one, as many of you know, I just read this book recently. I chose Clap When You Land, and that's because, as I was saying when I reviewed this book, it is so beautifully written. Like, I love it. It's written in verse. This was the first book that I read that was written in verse, and I just loved it. It was so easy to read, and it felt so, like, it flowed so naturally. It does deal with the two girls losing their father, so they have to deal with grief, but then they also have to deal with learning of each other because they didn't know that each other existed. And so there's forgiveness. There's lots of hard hitting topics in here, and it was a really, really good book. Next up is Fall is Back to School Season. And so this is to name a nonfiction book that taught you something new. So I think this is a nonfiction book. It's not exactly written by like one person, but it's kind of an obscure choice. But I chose Make the Most of Your Time on Earth, and it is my giant Rough Guides travel book. I chose this because I learned something new about different travel experiences that you could partake in, as this book goes through the entire world and gives you like the best travel experiences that they have come up with for each area in the world. I've actually participated and done some of the things that are in here. So in that sense, I did learn something new because I found it in this book and then I actually went and did it in that place on Earth. So I think that would apply. And yeah, I just love this book. Like, I live by this book. If I'm ever going somewhere, I will look through this book to see if there's any like cool things that I could do in that area before I go. This book was actually how I learned about snorkeling in Iceland. So that was really cool. And then we went and did it, and it was awesome. It was so much fun. So yeah, like, there's a lot of cool experiences that you can find in this book. And yeah, I really liked it. Don't know if it exactly fits for this prompt, but I used it. Next up is, in order to stay warm, it's important to spend time with the people that we love. So this is to name a book that has a friendship or like a book family that you would love to be a part of. So for this one, I chose Love, Simon, or Simon versus the Homo sapiens agenda. I just think that his family is so nice and like welcoming and heartwarming, and I would just really like to be a part of his family. His little sister is adorable, and like she is so attentive to Simon and can see like what he's going through, and she comforts him in a way that is just so nice, and it would be awesome to have. I don't have any siblings. I'm an only child, so I don't get to know what that feels like, but I just think that this family would be very nice. His mom and dad are just really cool too. It's just a great family all around. And even like his friends are great. Like, the whole group all together is just so nice to be a part of. And that's why I would choose this one. Then we have The Colorful Leaves Are Piling Up on the Ground. And so this is to make a pile of books that kind of shares the colors of autumn. So I have a little pile here that I put together pretty quickly, and that is this. And so it kind of goes from like pink to red to orange to yellow, which are colors that I would associate with autumn. So we got Clap When You Land, Simon versus the Homo Sapiens Agenda, The Martian, Ready Player One, What If It's Us, and then the Silver Linings Playbook. Yeah, I think these are all great fall colors. Next up is Fall is a great time for some storytelling by the fireside. So this is to name a book where somebody in the book is telling a story. So for this one, I chose Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell because the main character of this book is writing fan fiction throughout the entirety of the book. And so in a sense, they are telling a story while they're part of a story. And so that's why I chose this one. I had a really hard time like finding this one even because I was like, what other books have the character telling the story? Like I guess if they're the narrator telling about themselves, then yeah. But like in this sense, she's actually writing a story and telling a story. So I thought this one was the most applicable for this. Then next up we have The Nights Are Getting Darker, and this is to name a dark, creepy read. So I chose Then She Was Gone by Lisa Jewell. This book went in a direction that I guessed it, but the fact that I guessed it is pretty scary because I was thinking like real dark and making up like different scenarios in my mind and then predicted a scenario that was very dark and this book went exactly there. And so that makes it a very dark and creepy read because I thought I was being very, very intense and dark when I was thinking about this thing that was going to happen, this event. And then it happened and I was like, okay, so the author is just as dark as I am. But yeah, this one was definitely a very creepy, like chilling read and I loved it. I'll say that, but yeah, it's intense. Next up we have The Days Are Getting Colder, and this is to name a short, heartwarming book that can get you just feeling like warm and fuzzy inside. And so for this one, I chose Body Swap by Sylvia Nickel. This book is actually about it's like a young girl and an old woman, and they accidentally bump into each other in, I think, the grocery store parking lot. And then somehow they swap bodies. And so the 14-year-old is in the old woman's body. It's kind of like a Freaky Friday situation. And they have to work together to get back to their own bodies, but like also help each other with their day-to-day lives. And it's just so interesting and fun to see when like an 80-year-old woman is in a 14-year-old girl's body and she's like trying to use a cell phone. It's just, and all her classmates are like, what's wrong with you? It's really entertaining and it was a fun read. So yeah, I would recommend this one. It is pretty short too. It's not like a long book, so you can easily get through it pretty quick. And then Fall returns every year. And so this is to name a book that you would like to get back to and do a reread of. So I'm not going to like grab them on the shelves, but this one I would choose Hunger Games or Divergent. Either of those series, I think it would be so fun to reread and get back into them because the initial feelings that I got when I read those series was just pure awesomeness. And I would like to see if I had that same feeling again doing a reread of it. Now that like I know everything that happens, I want to see if those feelings are still there that just give me that like awesome vibes to it, you know? So yeah, I would choose one of those two. Second last one is Fall is the perfect time for cozy nights. And so this is to show off your reading accessories. So I don't really know what reading accessories are. This is one of them though. My Coca-Cola glass with a handle. Yeah. And I always have it filled up with like ice water to drink while I'm reading. I got lots of candles everywhere. This one is Blue Lagoon. That's what it's supposed to smell like. And yeah, I have like a bunch of candles like here, up there. They're all over the bookshelves and I just use them on and off, but like I'll just throw a candle on when I'm sitting on the couch and reading to just give me that cozy vibe. I also have my stack of bookmarks here, which are available for purchase if you want one. I do have a rotation of bookmarks that I go through so that every bookmark can like get its fair share of attention, which is such a weird thing, but I'm realizing that. But yeah, I like to make sure that they're all used a little bit. So they're all on the other bookshelf. I have my book sleeve, which I showed you guys in a couple videos back. I showed you this, but I have my book sleeve that I got from Angel at Jurassic Reads, which I now carry my book in everywhere. And then I have this amazing blanket that I got from Walmart that is like this style on one side and then super fuzzy on the inside. And this is like what I'm curled up on the couch with constantly, just being like nice and warm. And I just love this blanket. It was a great investment. And by that, I mean, like, I don't regret spending that $17 at all because I am super comfortable all the time. And then the last thing is, of course, to tag some more people to do this tag. I was not tagged in this one. I just decided to do this for fun because I thought it was a fun tag and it fits with the season that we're in. But I guess I will tag some people because I might as well keep the tag going. It's fun. So I will tag Angel from Jurassic Reads, since I already mentioned her. I will also tag Sukrup from Sukrup's Books. I think you might have done this already, and if you have, then don't worry about it. You don't have to do the tag. Last person I'll tag is Steph from Coffee Over Apples, because I recently just did a live stream with her, and she's such a fun person, and so I think she would like this one too. Anyways, that's it for the video, guys. Thanks for checking it out. Let me know in the comments down below what your favorite things to do in fall are, because I would like to know. I have traditions of like watching specific movies, but I haven't really done any of like other specific fall things that you would do. Like I haven't carved a pumpkin or gone like on any like hikes in the fall woods, which is what I usually do with my family, but we didn't get to do it this year. But yeah, I would like to know what your fall traditions are, or if you have any specific fall books that you think would be a good recommendation for me, then let me know down in the comments below. If you guys want to support me, I have a Patreon and a Ko-fi page, as well as a link to purchase bookmarks, which I'll put in the description down below. You know the drill. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I post videos every Monday and Thursday. And until next time, keep on reading.